Alright, here we go. Some nighttime gardening. Ain't been on here in I bet it's been 2 weeks. Ain't had time. We've had storm damage. I do tree work. I have a full-time job at a chemical plant. So, I haven't had time to do much with my garden. So, it ain't changed much other than just a little bit here and there. And, this is probably going to be the last video before I start healing or building up things. So it's really going to change, and it's fixing to take off. It's that time of year, halfway through May, and the garden is really fixing to start changing. So it will go from these little saplings, seedlings, whatever, plants, and to in a few weeks it'll be a full, huge garden of knee high and higher. But so I want to do a video, show what's going on so far and what I've got planned, and if I get time to do it. I'm way behind. I'm trying to get caught up, but there's just not enough time in the day. But we'll do what we can do, and the whole thing is no matter if I don't get 100% accomplished what I want, we still have a garden. We still gonna have to produce our own fruit. We're still gonna have, we still enjoy the growth process. I mean, to me, the money I put into it, even if I don't produce enough to pay back that, which I do, is a benefit and just the enjoyment of it. I mean, a lot of people spend money in all kinds of things and don't have the enjoyment I have in watching this garden grow, in my opinion. For me, it's great. It's therapy. It's all kinds of stuff. But let's go show it to you. Let's do some nighttime gardening. Alright. So here we go. It's my potatoes. They're really taking off in this super sack. I mean, I have already built up dirt and mulch already twice, and they're getting big again. There's some little onions and garlic in between them, so I gotta put some more of that in there. Some more dirt in there. There's a second one. One over here I just showed you red potatoes, and then you got the Yukon Gold and purple potatoes also mixed in. Oh, that's my potato garden. Here's cantaloupe. Here's a little raised bed garden with some peppers, marigolds, some ground cherries, some basil. Just a little different odd end stuff I threw in here. There's 2 watermelon bins. I'm also going to do another. You might see over there as well. I'm going to put another one of these metal bins over here. 2 more for watermelon. Here's my cold weather garden. Here's my cabbage with some little bit of sunflowers mixed in there. Boy, them sunflowers are taking off. But there's another little raised bed I did with the cabbage and basil, pepper plant. Some flowers for some pollinators, Nemesia, however you say it. One of my cabbage plants. A little tree sapling. There's a little mixed seed bed. I just threw stuff in there. There's a actual little corn plant in there. Looks like there's a little some sort of nightshade, probably a pepper plant. None of these little tree saplings did good. I did them from Japanese maples, just trying to see what they would do. But my little cold weather garden is coming on up. I can't wait to show y'all what my plans are for this if I get to accomplish it. To cover it and to keep it. I think it will make it last longer through the year. Carrots and stuff. And here's some spinach down here and some mustard greens. I got some beets coming up finally. They're slow growers. But, well, there's one there. There's a few. It ain't really growing great like I want it to, but it's still. I'm not messing with beets much. I like beets. Over here is my winter squash. Have pumpkins down there on that last tire, and then I think pumpkins to plant there. Oh no, it's a type of spaghetti squash. And I have 2 different kind of winter squashes here. I think one is butternut squash, and another one I can't remember. Got some more basil planted there that I'll spread through all the garden. Here's got 3 little sweet potato plants, my strawberry plant. I got pulling up a weed. We'll take that weed and turn it upside down. Make some mulch out of it. Asparagus and basil through here. I got a weed all around this garden. I say I haven't had time to fool with it with all these storms. Here's my radishes. I'm gonna turn this light off, see if we can see it a little better without this. So we can see someone going up through here. Usually you can see them under the ground. There's one there. Let's see right there. We'll get more and more. And then we got the red radishes down here, I think. Yep, you see them. They'll get bigger and bigger, and we'll pick some of these turnip greens. I'm going to start thinning these about where I want them to, especially on this end. Start cutting some of these greens out. Some more turnip greens in there. Look at that, look at that beautiful kale plant. It's beautiful. Some of my tomato, one of my little tomato patches. Look at that borage. Borage is very good for insect repellent and helping add nutrients to your tomato plants. Fix and prune these again. Got some marigolds over there. Sunflower. There's my little okra. Going down through here. Got some pickling cucumbers over here. My two of my rows of bush beans. These are those over here, the long yellow ones and pink ones. They hang down. Here's some very, very green variety. My little salsa garden that didn't do good again. I'm going to get this right next year. But like I say, I didn't have time. The little pepper plant that's got blooms on it, I need to pick all them off because I don't need peppers growing on a small plant like that. But got a lot of work to do here. Pollinators down through there on the side there. Here's my actual huge tomato garden. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 12 tomato plants in here. More borage and marigold, of course, zinnias, basil, oregano is what I was thinking. I have to remember what I planted. Here's some corn coming up pretty good. Squash between the rows of corn. I love my squash. I think it might be my favorite thing to grow. I just love how big the leaves are. Over here is my peaches and cream corn. Look at the beans. See, that little squash plant ain't doing much. See that little bean plant in between my corn rows? It's part of that 3 sister method. Another one of my nice little squash plants. I gotta put aluminum foil around that. See that? Eventually those bovine beetles will get in there if I don't. Nice little row. got some sweet marjoram, however you say that. I just put herbs everywhere. Herb. We got another little row of tomatoes right here. More borage. Down through here, and I also have my hot peppers, my ghost peppers, habaneros, basil, jalapenos, cayennes, all down through here. Here's my heat tape, y'all. We were supposed to have frost. You see that black tape? I bought that, and we did have a frost earlier, about a month ago. And that round heat tape I put in here, covered each one of my tomato plants, and covered it with a big tarp. And it got down to, I think, about 28 degrees that night. I didn't lose any of them. I don't know. And apparently this heat tape is for pipes. If you have pipes, if it gets below freezing, they're supposed to help keep your pipes from freezing and busting. So I put this heat tape in here, and if it gets below 40, it kicks on. Or 38, I think it is. I'm sorry. And it does not turn off until it gets back above 40. So if you got a tarp over this little bed, and that's keeping that temperature, it's going to keep your ground a little bit warmer. So I think it helped. I mean, I don't know that, but it was just my little theory. I tried it, and I think it worked. But that's how you learn, is to try things you think. More little seedlings I gotta plant and figure out what to do with, tomatillos and different stuff. Here's my little sweet potato bed. I don't like sweet potatoes. My wife and son and them do, but I also have in between them, I have, not counting the little water maples that are popping up everywhere, I have beans, bush beans. These are the black beans in between each row of them. Then I plan on seeing how they do. I have a row of celery over there. Here's my onion garden. This is vidalias, purple onions, red onions, white onions, all in one little bed. I have eggplant. Ooh, I don't like that. That's slugs, more than likely. I'll have to do something about that. I'm going to treat this the next few days. Oregano. Eggplant. No pepper plant. It's my long or English style cucumbers. Got 2 rows here, small rows. With some marigold mixed in. I mix in marigold with a lot of things. Marigold is a super plant to plant with your other companion plant, to plant with your other vegetable plants. It puts a lot of nutrients into the soil from the roots. It's a pollinator. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to marigold. Here's my other little small corn plant. Here's my zucchini squash. Looks good. Healthy, I think. Like I say, I gotta weed my garden. Please don't scrutinize me too much. Like I say, I had time. But it'll look good when I get done. You notice when I weed, I just pick it up, throw it in the walk area. It's not gonna hurt anything. Pick it up, throw it, just drop it. Some people say don't do crabgrass and that, it won't hurt nothing. We've got crabgrass, I do the same thing. Because as long as you keep doing that, it's going to die, and it's going to create a walk area so that you can walk on and not mess up so you don't get as muddy and stuff. A lot of beans doing good in these 2 rows and on this end. I don't know if y'all see that. Very good. So I have to be careful because I planted those beans early. And I don't want them to see how my squash is smaller, which is fine. I just don't want the beans to wrap around and choke out the squash. So I'll just have to go and kind of manually make sure it doesn't do that. Here's some Mandara. I'm not good with flowers. Sorry, y'all. Over here, I thought it was a bee balm. It's a type of bee balm. And over here is another. Can't remember what you call it. Here it is. Yeah, calendula. It's supposed to be a very great pollinator. Some of this is more the straight neck squash down in the middle, and peaches and cream corn. On the outside of the garden, I have a lot of pollinators, sunflowers, amaranth, different flowers. Down here on the side, I got one big, pretty good sized sunflower down here. Two of them actually. Cupcake squash. I'll show you my daughter's little garden. Her little herb gardens. She likes teas, so she's growing a lot of things like rosemary, nasturtium, lavender, different things. That's the seedlings. Here's your actual. Some of them we started earlier in session planting to make sure they last. Well, of course, mint, cat mint. Show y'all this. This is what my son and wife built. I'm so proud of them. This is their chicken coop. You hear him? Look at him. Ain't that cute? Two Rhode Island Reds, two Barred Rock, two blah 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 blah. Can't remember all the names of them. I think we had 14 to start. We lost 2. Okay, I'll leave y'all alone. But I'm really proud of my wife for this. She did a great job. And she's protective of them. We was out here earlier. We think we heard a barn owl go over. I thought she was going to stay out here all night just watching them. I'm like, baby, that barn owl's not going to get through this fence. But that's what a mother does. My wife's a natural mother through and through. One of the many reasons I love her. That barn owl was probably actually yelling at that thing they have on top up here. That booger right there. There's Teddy's little night lights, solar lights we put up on his playset. My neighbor Johnny's cold weather cabbages. He's good at gardening. I'm doing all this neat, weird, new stuff, and he just does the same old stuff, and then he has a beautiful garden every year. One of my little compost piles. Let's see what else can I show. I also have some pollinators down through here, slowly coming up. Let's walk around and show you. One last thing, I'll show you the flower beds in the front. Of course, I always got to show my chipper truck and my chipper. And there's my cherry wood for smoking meats. Yep, a little plug right there. One of our knockout rose bushes. We've had these some of them about 8 years, some of them 12, 13 years. Asiatic lilies. Oh, they're pretty. Ain't that beautiful? That is beautiful. I think that might be my favorite flower. I like that. Little purple pepper plant. I think this is one of her big elephant ears she planted. More lilies. That's tight. There's some food in here. It's pretty. These daggum maple trees that get planted and everything. Elephant ears coming up. Daggum those little maples. They have that maple tree right there. All this neighborhood's full of them. And they have, those little whirlybird seeds have planted in everything this year. More than I've seen in a long time. More Asiatic lilies. Teddy's little gnome garden needs to be worked a little bit better. Here's the older knockout rose bush. This thing was way higher in the house when we cut it back about 2 years ago. This thing would probably be 3 stories high right now if we hadn't cut it back. Another one. And we have a lot of our pets buried here. My pet squirrel, Babs, and her siblings. Our cat sparrow, one-eyed sparrow. All buried in here. And one last thing. And then we'll call it a night. This is her banana plants she ordered. Of course, they don't produce fruit around here unless you put them in like a greenhouse or something, but they're just pretty. Big leaves. She likes that kind of stuff. Alright. Hope y'all enjoyed my little view tour of my garden. Have a good night.